My name is Craig Carter. I want to thank y'all all for coming out tonight, and just want to share a little about my journey. In September of 2016, my wife and I, Leah, who's here tonight, she's a veteran and went to 2 tours to Afghanistan, and I want to thank her for her service. We embarked on a journey of buying the old Nakona Boot Factory. And at that time, I thought it was just a building. I was going to have a warehouse for one of my businesses called Church AV Installers. And on that journey, something really shifted and kind of got sucked into just a kingdom assignment, is the best way I can describe it. Quickly being up there, we realized there was a lot of need. And I grew up in Northside Fort Worth, so I understand what needs are, but it just looked different in Nakona. That building had been abandoned for a long time. At one point, employed about 500 people, and we started looking around, and there's just so much poverty. And so immediately, my Church AV business reached out to Pastor Troy, who I've done over 300 churches all over the country, and just like, Troy, man, what do I do here? And he's like, well, if there's a need, God put you there, you should do something. And so that started. We did a coat drive. It was cold, and it just kind of took off, and then it turned into food. And on the journey of going down that road, it really started opening my eyes from just being very busy, focused on life's moving forward, to Leah and I really pouring ourselves into the community and what is the need while we're restoring that building. And then some really cool things happen behind that through Nakona Beer and Brewery, being able to redo that into the building and create jobs on that side, to Nakona Ball Gloves coming into the building on the other side. And they have about 50 employees and learning a lot about manufacturing. And through the journey, I was blessed to be able to go knock on 5,000 doors in 18 and meet a lot of different people. And what I kept hearing over and over is in rural areas and how hard it is to create jobs, and how hard with property taxes. And so I really got motivated on the backside of that. I kind of came back and was like, I need to focus on making a difference. And, the food bank's impactful, and, we've had 30,000 people 2 years in a row, and that's where my heart is. But then it turned to, food's great, but without jobs, it doesn't matter. And so I kind of got on a tear a little bit. In the last couple of years, I've created almost 100 jobs. We opened 12 more boot stores all over Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton. And through COVID, seeing how it impacts manufacturing, I really have a good pulse on what's happening in our economy. And I will represent the people at SD30 very well and go after it every day.